Welcome brothers, I'm the Hermit, and I hope you're ready for some Exile action, because our commander today is Prosper Tome bound. For 2 a black and red, we get a 1/4 legendary Tiefling Warlock with the Touch. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Then, whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. So we have a little bit of ways to exile cards from our deck, so we can play it like Chandra, Chartfire, Professional Face Breaker, which also synergizes with Prosper. We can sacrifice a treasure, exile the top, and if we manage to play that card, then we get another treasure, which we can use again either that turn or later. Then we have a bunch of cards that are gonna be exiling cards from our opponent's deck so that we can play them. For instance, we're gonna have Rahilda, Outrageous Robbery, in some cases Drowsy Voidwalker, Grave Expectations, Grenzo Jailer, Axabar Fate Thief, which are heist cards, and obviously Gundy Lord of Luxury, as well as Range Speedway Saboteur. Then we also want to play Warp Space from the Chartfire because it allows us to cast once each turn, and a spell from exile we can pay 0 instead of paying its mana cost, and we can do it once during our turn, once during our opponent's turn. And obviously because he's just probably the best one drop in the game, we have Ragavan, Nimble Printer. It can also steal our opponent's card. We have Arm Scavenger and Kayla's Kindling, because at the beginning of each upkeep, they conjure cards into exile that we might cast. In the case of Kindling, it's gonna be one of these red cards. And for the Arm Scavenger, it's gonna be an equipment card. Then the rest of the deck is gonna be interaction, black-white midrange stuff. So we have, for instance, Liliana, Dismember, Toxic Deluge, Opposition Agent, and we have a couple of adventure cards, since if we cast the adventure side, they go into exile. When we cast the creature side from exile, we get to trigger Prosper. So we have Comdrop Poisoner as a little bit of expensive removal. If we gain enough life, we can remove our opponent's creature, and it gives us a food to gain some life. We have obviously Bone Crushing Giant and Decadent Dragon, which also exiles cards from our opponent's deck so that we can play them. We have Foulmire Knight, draws us a card, or if we want, we just can play him as a 1/1 Death Touch blocker. Since we have some artifact synergies, we're gonna be playing Galvanic Blast, Voltage Surge, and obviously Lightning Bolt, as well as a couple of discard spells here and there. So that's the deck. Now let's get into the queue and get to exiling some cards. Okay. What do we exile? Itsugin, so we want that. I guess I want to send Valky away. Now let's send Party Trasher. The opponent shoots Scry first. Maybe we get the rare instance where we heist what they kept on top. Mindstone. Opponent gets a Solar Transformer. Box up. Here we play Prosper. See what we get. That's nothing. Forsaken Monument. And that. Let's look at our opponent's hand, or maybe wait. No, let's wait. X equals 0, or 0. And Silex. Guess we have 7 mana now, so let's play Bulky. We will exile the Transformer.
How badly will you miss that?
And they concede. Yep. We were gonna keep stealing their stuff, and there wasn't much they could do about it. GG's. Against Jetmir, this is okay, but not great. We definitely want red mana. But if we play this as black, we're gonna take some time to Thoughtseize. And 0-point Paladins might actually help us. A journey from opponent.
What a beautiful day, brother.
We just need them to not get to Kite of Souls, fully grown. Guess the outburst will do it. Oh, but they don't have double red yet. That's nice at least. Paladix 2. Honored Knight Captain. Guess we played Reality Fulcrum. Where is this? And we play Party Treasure. Swords to Plowshares. Here we play you. Can we? Arm Scavenger. Yeah, opponent missed their 4th land. And they had a 3-drop, but it needed double red mana, so they kept for Ajani, Guide of Souls, maybe even Boromir, but that wasn't enough. So GG's, Jetmir. GG's. Well, okay. Opponent starts with Esper Sentinel. I think we will play Facebreaker next turn. Get lost. At least it's not on our commander, so Silver Lining. Well, how much is this? I think 6, yeah. 1 for the food, 2 to break it, 3 to cast. Let's just cast in. Doesn't matter, it's 0, so then I think we play you as Rahilda. Counter spell on Rahilda. Okay. And with the Poisoner, we're gonna be gaining some life, hopefully raising Abuelo. Opponent keeps on top with their Surveil. Real Shepherd, they're gonna get a land and blink it. So they're essentially bypassing warp, but they are still paying 5 mana, although they do get 2 turns from it. However, the downside for opponent is we're gonna get Renzo out. I don't know if they were keeping another counter spell or removal, but now with Renzo we can just go to town. And yeah, they concede. They didn't want us to heist, I guess. GG's. of Nixil is the adversary. They might be a sacrifice deck, well, almost likely, so they definitely have creatures they don't want. Or they don't mind trading, sacrificing. I think I want Axabat. Yep. For warp. We send the knight. Bolt. Blind security. So I guess they're gonna get their orb. And both of them are gonna have 3. Oh, I say they steal our Rahilda. What do they get? Bitter Triumph. They cannot use it, so... But at least they sack Rahilda. For what? Carrier Thrall. And Shambling Gust. Yeah, I think they might have us. I don't think we have a Wrath coming soon, so... Let's see if they have one. Not quite. Let's play Prosper now. Another land. And removal, Orcish Masters. So here I think if they force us to discard, I think we send Veil the Profane away. Might be too expensive. If they use it in alive.
What? My hair is on fire?
I guess we should kill Mind Security. Let's kill Yuri, I think. And they kill Chandra with it.
Well, that was a disaster.
I've conquered entire planes.
Oh, I have
Mm.
one. Your
punishment is my entertainment. Go sow some chaos. Pleasure doing business with.
Let me go down Capo. I think that kills us. Yep, GG's. Even if we can deal with the creatures, they still have 2 planeswalkers, and we needed to kill them definitely. GG's. And Rak. Guess the search might go away. Yep. Dork might be we wanted to remove with the search, but I think keeping Feed the Cycle for eventually Unstruck might be better. Okay, never mind. I have come to regret my decisions. Another land with Prosper. So we can make 5, 6, 7. Like opponent might have a lightning bolt here. We have Magda.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the... Ah! One of your friends has to leave.
We cast everything and then we make a dragon. Okay, so they did have a bolt. They use it on Magda. They have a land. It's still Explorer, but no lands. Let's discard you. Toxic Deluge. What do we want to deluge here? I think we can say 3. Destroys everything but Explorer and Shrag. That's the agent.
Well, if you're not here for tea, state your purpose already. Well, you're looking worse for wear.
And now we make our opponent discard.
I'm tired of
We
your
discard the land. We just have a better board than opponent. That is a forest. And then replace their food that are their mana dogs that are now food. And Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Discard you. Because we play the Troller. Good games as opponent.
Please behave yourselves.
Good game.
We all have things we'd
Yeah, and they weren't gonna even be able to cycle to the Fable because of Urabrask, so we did have them. GG's. Against Gabriel, but no red mana. So opponent is gonna want to make us discard. If they do, well, if it's voluntary, I think. Yeah, we needed that this turn, so let's just keep it, just in case. When it's Spike, they take Galvanic Blast. Yeah, and that's why we kill. Promox, so we could do Doleli is good as well. We set Treasure away, play Prosper. And Necropotence from opponent. I guess there's not too much they can do with 4 mana next turn. Maybe they have a ritual, maybe something else to cheat out some mana. Let's play Lilian, attack. It's card to land. Good Pharaoh statue. A little too expensive. Do we want to play Valky, see what they have? Now we can play the backside next turn, so. Jimil the Inner Sun. What did we lose? Yeah, the statue. Right. Damnation. Sure. Eval. Let's see what we get.
I can work with that.
Cling to Dust and Ancient Tomb.
Painful memories.
What else do you have now, opponent? What could they have? Well, removal for Eval might cost at least 3 mana. Gabriel.
I dwell in the shadows.
They make us discard. That's a crime.
Your mind.
This. They exile a couple of more cards.
Ooh, sorry. Not really.
Play this, then this. Tell you, yeah, this sounds like a plan.
Oh, trust me, you won't miss it.
Outrageous robbery. Outrageous indeed.
Perish the thought.
They make us sacrifice 2 creatures, so I guess we draw a card here, make a treasure. Polter heist. They killed the bat.
My job here is done.
That was unfortunate, actually. And I'm sure they have more ways to gain life now. Because we even gave them Cling to Dust, so.
Ugh,
Yep,
what
that
a
one is on me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to be 6. Let's play the Nightmare. We're gonna be able to look at our opponent's hand and go from there, I think. They played at Lantern, make a sacrifice. Well, make us choose. We lose 3 life, rather, I should say.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
Okay, they cashing Gabriel, making us discard for more. Now, what do they get? Jet Medallion, Liliana Edition. Eldreds, Atlasots. I guess the medallion is gonna be it. If we get you. Yeah, guessing that wasn't the best strategy. Now opponent can remove Prosper. They still get Nykthos mana. So yeah, we lose
A fight? And you think you can win?
Lifelink and Haste.
I've always hated crowds.
And I needed to use the field on Nykthos. Yep, that was my biggest mistake. Sacrifice. Permanent. Yeah, GG's. Nada. I still explored at 2 lands already. Pay 3 life. Die. They still get 5 copies of stuff. Combat attack. And we can forage with the food here. Although if we do that, we're not gonna be able to gain life for the poisoner. But it might be worth it, I think. They steal Lelia. Leinado. I guess in response to this, we kill Nado. They get an expropriate, okay. I guess we lose the game, probably. And crop rotation. In one. What do we get with the trash with Magda here? Good question. Yeah, God Pharaoh stage seems better here. Yeah, but it's not good enough for them not getting to expropriate, so yes. General crit. So a rat is what we needed. Guess we start by creating a food here. Then with treats. Covering tab finder. Okay, so Mind Spike, I think we take Medallion. These are either lands or creatures, and we don't know what they drew here. Goblin Instigator. Let's play the Arm Scavenger. They go for General Crit. We will block. It's you. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Let's kill crit. Play the knight. Okay, so they use a bolt. Attack, we block. Why are we getting no lands here? Oh, I guess we got a combat attack. Yeah, and I think opponent has a decent chance to beat us. But at least we get a wrath here. Lelia. GG's. Bibisa. Let's see if an early Magda does the trick here. Opponent gets Farsick. We get Prosper. And Chandra.
You wanna play?
Chandra minus. Hit with the commander. Attack. Prosperous Innkeeper. And into the north.
Yup. You're going down.
That's the reactor rate. Sacrifice a treasure. Oh, they wash away. That's mana first.
This'll be easy.
Reality Fulcrum. This is the land. Dismember. Now we have the Poisoner, we have the Rider. Yeah, I think opponent is up against it. We have lost, yeah, essentially just Deluge and equipment. I guess the equipment we could have played. We still get the mana back, yeah. So, opponent concedes. GG's. And some, I do like Opposition Agent. So let's try this, I think. If we can get the treasure from Magda, we can cast Opposition Agent. Or even if you just get a black source. Hopefully it's not gonna be too late. Halfling, I think we're gonna dismember that. Lotus Cobra from opponent. I guess we need to play it like this. And I think Magda will die here. So that's not good. Unless opponent doesn't have a land, and seems like that might be. Okay, no. So they do have it. It's goodbye, Magnum. About Rakdos. Okay, maybe they have removal. No. Removal, no counter spells. I guess opponent will play their Fury here. Let's see what we have now. Opponent will get a couple of draws. Or I guess maybe just one since... not even that, since they take off Fury. Yeah, I think we will jump with Lily, unfortunately. Let's see what we get with Reality Fulcrum. Chandra.
You and I are gonna take them out.
And Virtue of Persistence, okay. So they are forcing us to trade with Omnath. I think we're okay with that.
I don't need this.
Do oh. if we can get something here.
Trust me.
Never to throw a card game alive. And we lose one for each thing. Well, Alex one. If they remove Prosper, we lose. And they don't, so we win, I guess. GG's. Yeah, maybe they didn't have much action going in their hands. And we were gonna be gaining some life, so good games. So that's gonna be it for today. And probably if you want to make some changes, I would recommend the Terminus of Return. And a part of me wants to change Arm Scavenger because we are not as synergistic with the equipment, but in some cases it came handy as a blocker. So maybe one of those for maybe a Summon Bahamut if you happen to get mad that often. Or otherwise the deck was solid. Although we did lose some games, but they were against LQ Commander, so I don't know what to say about that. So I'm the Hermit, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.